Greetings families, welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mambi and you are very, very welcome. This video is about misinformation, miscommunication, social media, the advantage, disadvantages, the laws, how we can use the social media to spread the right information about what is going on in Africa. The modern days social media and the previous one. Families, please listen to our sisters and brothers. I only got part of this message because I can tell there was more to it, but this is what they have to share with us. Families, please listen, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
And naturally, the reality is that you have to take them. And besides, in the classification, those who studied law say there are 4 powers in each country. There is the executive, there is the legislative, there is the judiciary, and the media, which is the 3rd, the 4th recognized power. So when we say that after these 3, it's them, it means we should not underestimate their impact. And back then, we didn't have as many social networks. We were only at the stage of traditional radios and televisions. Today, social networks have been added, questions that Africa has never asked itself. But what interest does the West have in investing? So much money to have TV5 Monde, to have RFI? You can find RFI in every Nigerian village, whereas other media are not present. It's not because they love us, but because they have a clear understanding of the importance of communication with populations. Today, there are media that broadcast all day long in Hausa. So for me, and by the way, if you go, I studied at an administration school in France, the importance they place on communication. Because they know that ultimately a power can hold on thanks to communication, even if it's false, just as it can fall because of communication, even if it's good. Look at how they presented Sankara to us. It's today that the stories are coming out. And it's today that we have access to the debates happening, for example, on Public Senate, where you sit and they say, no, the future of Europe is Africa. Africa has slipped away from us. Today, Africans for Africans, and so on. For example, these are pieces of information that without social media, we would never have had access to. So for me, it's important. Now, when we leave the L2, oh yes, L2, the interest. The interest of social media is that today there is democracy in choice. Today I am no longer obliged to listen only to Tele Sahel. If Tele Sahel doesn't interest me, if Bonferré doesn't interest me, I will look for information on the networks, the media that I want. The proof, for example, in our ARS states. For instance, we have suspended France 24 and RFI. But thanks to social media, those who want to listen to them can still access them. So already the interest is that it brings a certain democracy in terms of choosing what I want to watch. You no longer impose programs on me because I have the choice, I have the ability to choose, and access is quick. Today, and I know the last time during the last World Press Freedom Day, I think all our media were there, and I told them today, you can no longer operate with the old methods. When we say today there is an interruption, when there was the 26th, if Tele Sahel says it will wait until 8:30 to communicate, the street will communicate in place of Tele Sahel. So there is quick access to information, thanks to social networks. No one has, information is every minute, you know what's happening everywhere in the world, which wasn't possible before with only traditional media. And that's why I told the traditional media. I think you underestimate, if you're not careful, digital televisions one day, they will be your downfall. Because when I have digital television, it's on my phone. I don't need to go turn on my TV, go home. No, I'm in my car, in my field, everywhere. So there's more access, quick access, and there's choice. I choose who I want to listen to, who I want to watch. Now, there's the danger. The danger is that today, a few years ago, not just anyone could have a microphone to speak. Today, any fool can get on social media, insult whoever they want, say whatever they want. It's very difficult. Today, not just anyone still has national television or Bon Ferré or the bar. They first look at the profile, do they? And then they censor. When you say something similar, something they believe will confuse Nigerians, cause harm, and is likely to disturb their audience, they will censor. And especially in case of poor communication, the media takes it back because it's the media that lost the microphone. Today, unfortunately, the danger is that anyone can say whatever they want, often by creating profiles that we can't even trace back. The number of times, for example, when people have had their moral integrity or private life affected, when they tell me, Mrs. Goes, here is the publication that came out, but how many times have I told them to go see a lawyer, go to the prosecutor's office, but after a month the prosecutor says, oh, the one who made the ethno-regionalist remarks is a fake profile. We don't have enough technology to trace it back to him. So somewhere the danger is that social networks today even allow recruitment. There are terrorists who go through, pedophiles go through, and the worst as usual. Africa stands out. Go see on TikTok. We African women, we undress, we dance. There's no distinction between married women, grandmothers. The exposure of African women's behinds, it's over there. So I tell myself that this, for example, is one of the dangers. But beyond that, and perhaps one of the topics I have fought the most for, I felt that it was more of a concern for me as a human rights defender. And maybe also because I admit I have always had an exceptional collaboration with the media. I studied somewhere where they told me the media can lift you up, but they can also bring you down. I know it, but in any case, I knock on wood just in case. Without the media, I wouldn't have been able to make, for example, the national agency known. There are so many things I owe to the media, and they have never forgotten me. Women's Day, this day, that day. That's why I say I fought on a point where I never felt them. It's that with social networks, the cybercrime law has never differentiated between a man and the media, the blogger and the average citizen. We cannot say that today, when Baba Fofa posts on his page, what he writes has the same legal impact as someone who is, well, an average citizen. He's a journalist.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. Yes, there's a lot of this conference, and I think there's a bit of it that they have shared with us, but they are creating awareness, sharing information about social media, the misinformations, the lies that is out there. They are creating awareness so people will know the differences. We should use the social media to counter all the lies, all the misinformations about Africa and the race, how they are influencing our young ones and even the old ones, and how people are using TikTok. When she mentioned that, well, when I first started this social media, I've seen a lot of African women having shower on social media live. Some even go to the riverside and be naked and all that. What is the positive that you are creating or sharing on the internet instead of, I mean, I don't know, but each one for himself, God for us. So what I've taken is we should be careful as well, the laws behind it, and the people that use fake accounts to come and leave messages on the comments sections. There are messages I could not or I can't reply because even YouTube will not allow me. Those comments are there days, weeks, and all that. So yes, we should be mindful when we are leaving comments as well. If I do not reply any of your comments, it's because YouTube do not allow me. Sometimes I will type and it will not go. It will just leave it there. It doesn't allow me. We should be careful about that. And we should be positive about what we share as well. Anyway, families, I will leave you here. We are lucky these days that we can use our platform to share things that are good about Africa. That's what I can say. God bless you all. Credit to Sahel Info. See you soon, families. Bye bye.